Hey friends, I'm going to tell my story about coming home and finding another woman in my home. So, I'm Evie with Happily Even After, and I'm helping you to live your very best life even after things didn't turn out the way you thought they would. Um, it happens. It happens. And if you would have told me 30 or so years ago that my life would fall apart but things would be okay, probably wouldn't have believed you because I had my own mindset, my thoughts that I had actually created on my own as a little girl of how I wanted things to be and how I thought they would have to turn out to be okay. So when I was a little girl, all I wanted was a fairy tale marriage, fairy tale life, one husband, one wife, and happily ever after. Love, cuddles, romance, hugs, kisses, etc., etc. That's the only way I thought it could turn out. And so that is how I live my life, thinking this is how it's going to be. And so when my husband had affairs, I didn't want the marriage to be over because I, as a little girl, got in my mind that there could only be one husband, one wife, one house under one roof, happily ever after, right? Well, I don't know why I conjured that up. I don't know, but I did. And it caused me to live pretty crazy for a lot of years. So I'm here to tell you that whatever's happened in your life, whatever's happening in your life, it is okay. It is okay. I didn't have anybody to tell me that when I was going through some things that I went through, but I'm here to tell you it is and will be okay. May not feel okay, but it will be. So I was 29 years old. It was a day in April, and I was a public school teacher, third grade, loved teaching, loved my husband, loved my life. Woke up that morning just like any other morning, and my husband came to tell me goodbye. It's like, I love you. I love you more. I love you most. I love you most, mostest. The whole, the whole big thing. So we did all that and went off to work. So at noon, I needed some sinus medicine. And as a teacher, we don't really get breaks, but I needed the medicine for my throat. So I had about 20 minutes to get from school to home, which is 5-ish minutes home back to school. 20 minutes max. So I head home. It's a beautiful day in April. Beautiful. I live in Louisiana. It was perfect spring day, perfect temperature. And so I head home. On my way home, I'm thinking about the chocolate cake that is on my stove. I'm going to get a bite of chocolate cake when I get home. And so I drive down my street and I see my husband's truck. And I'm excited because I love that man, right? And I thought, wonder why he's home. He was also an educator. And friends, I got home, pulled up in my driveway, and the garage door was closed, which was unusual for him to just pull up to home, for him to be home and have the garage door closed. I pulled right up as the garage door is going up, and there was another car in my spot in the driveway. Now, mind you, only a couple hours before, the love of my life, my husband, who I thought there's no way he could ever be unfaithful. I mean, it didn't even cross my mind. It wasn't a thought. And I wondered, whose car is it? So anyway, I walked in. There was a person in the seat, and I thought, like, it's getting weirder and weirder. And I still don't even think he's in there with another woman. It did not cross my mind, y'all. This is what I thought I had, this marriage. It's great, perfect marriage. So I walked in and my husband greeted me at the entry, the way, but so I was in my house and before I got to the living room, and he's like, "What are you doing here? I live here. What are you doing here? And who is this stranger in our home?" Y'all, I didn't know what was happening. My head was spinning. I had minutes to get the sinus pill and leave. And now my husband's home and there's another woman in my home. What in the world is happening? Y'all, I had to leave. But first, she did leave, but he had to go out. He had to move my car because now it was about on top of hers. And she left. And I'm like, what's happening? What's happening? I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. Thank God they weren't in the bed. He met me in the living room and she was in the living room. So y'all, I had to go back and teach school. I didn't have an option. And it was April and there was a track meet. My husband was a coach and I had to wait for hours upon hours before I could chat with him. When I asked him what was going on, he said nothing. He said that he had come home and people at school told her he had gone home and she needed something from him. Anyway, that was what he told me for a while. We planned to go see a counselor out of town, a real intensive counselor. And in the meantime, I think it took about 6 weeks. I asked him every day, what did you do? What did you do? What did y'all do? How'd you meet her? Where'd she come from? Everything. Friends, if your spouse has had an affair and you caught them and you asked them a million questions, most likely the answers you get will be lies. Now, I can't prove it. I don't know your situation, but I know what I know now that I've been through a whole lot, that cheaters are liars. It's like salt and pepper. They kind of go together, peanut butter and jelly. Cheaters and lies go together. So if your spouse has had an affair and you're asking questions, there's a really good chance that what they're telling you is not the truth. But anyway, I had to go back and teach. When I do see him, I'm asking what's happening. He's telling me nothing. We meet with the female person and I don't know. Anyway, I had no idea what was happening, for real. My whole world changed and I didn't know. And you know what, all I could think, I don't want a divorce. Well, that caused me to do, I say crazy things. I mean, they were crazy in the fact that I stayed with them. And we had 3 sons in the next 3 years, which that's a blessing because they're the best human beings on the planet. But I would have said to anybody years ago, yes, stay with them, try to work it out. Anything's possible. Now that I know what I know on this side of it and years past, I don't recommend anybody to stay. But you have to do what you have to do. It is very, very unlikely, very low percentage that it won't happen again. So that's part of my story. That's part 1. And so my words of wisdom for you, if you're out there and you found your spouse is having an affair, most likely what you're finding out from them are probably lies. Two, if you want to make it work with them, they need to show you in 10 million ways they want it to work. If they're not doing everything in their power and under the sun to show you they want it to work, most likely, friend, they don't. If you take a look at things, you're trying to make it work, you're trying to get them to counseling, you're trying to ask all the questions, and you have taken control, and you're trying to make it all fit together and be put back together. I did everything wrong in the fact of I was trying to make it work. I was calling the counselor. He did nothing, like he did nothing. And when we would go to a counselor, he didn't do the assignments. Hello. I mean, he gave me all the clues, and I didn't want to see him. I can save you heartache, friend. I say go. And I never thought I would ever say that, but I say go. I'm available for coaching. I'm available for mentoring. I am available. Click the link below. Connect with me. I can help you. I promise. There is life after affairs. There's life after divorce. There's life after anything that happens. If you're still here and breathing, it will be okay. I promise. I can help you. I'm Evie with Happily Even After, helping you live your very best life, even after crazy things happen, even after things happen that you don't want to happen. It can still be good. It can still be really, really good. I promise. Click the link down below. Connect with me. I can help you. Let's journey together. I see amazing things happen every single day with the people that I work with, and your life can be changed. I promise. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, click the like button, click the link in the bio, and let me connect with you on the other side. Thanks for watching. Bye.